Poka-yoke is a Japanese term that means mistake-proofing, to correct mistakes before they happen. Examples of Poka-yoke can be found everywhere in daily life. Poka-yoke is a lean tool that can be applied to any type of process. It is mistake-proofing the process by changing the method or equipment to ensure that a particular error cannot happen. The step that causes the error is eliminated and replaced by a step that is error-proof. So how do you use Poka-yoke? Poka-yoke involves analyzing a process for all the ways mistakes could potentially happen, and then designing a process to prevent those errors. In analyzing processes for improvement, use data to help mistake-proof. You can use a simple bar chart or Pareto chart to help identify the most common areas where errors occur and create systems to eliminate the likelihood of errors. Pareto charts are extremely useful for analyzing what problems need attention first because the taller bars on the chart, which represent frequency, clearly illustrate which variables have the greatest effect on a given process. The Pareto chart provides a graphic depiction of the Pareto principle, a theory maintaining that 80% of the output in a given situation or system is produced by 20% of the input. How does Poka-yoke apply to government work, and what does that mean to you as a government employee? Almost every government process involves a form of some kind. Typically, the most frustration, waste, and errors are centered around a process that involves forms. To date, more than 95% of State of Ohio Kaizen event teams have implemented improvements that reduce mistakes, delays, and frustration around forms. What forms do you have that could be improved? How do you Poka-yoke your forms? Here are some approaches. Determine what percentage of time the form is completed with no errors. How many and what kind of errors are made? How much time is spent reviewing the form and correcting errors? Create checklists to break down errors by type or by question. Create a Pareto chart or concentration diagram. Look for root causes. Test, implement solutions. Review how many, how often, what kind, and how long. The Ohio Department of Mental Health used Poka-yoke to improve their Home Health Service certification application. The original process included 21 pages with a 3-page pre-application. The new application is much more efficient and eliminates redundancies while increasing alignment with evaluation criteria. When Poka-yoking a form, consider what information is actually necessary, the reading level of the users, highlight required fields, use checkboxes where possible, online forms with pull-down menus and that can't be submitted without fields being completed. A common example of a Poka-yoke improvement lies in each of our homes. Just open your medicine cabinet and take a look. For additional information and clarification on when and how to use Poka-yoke, refer to the Lean Ohio Toolkit, which can be found at lean.ohio.gov under the Resources tab.